Colton Dixon is here, finalist on American Idol. Just got done with the tour thing. How was the tour?
So much fun.
Why?
The people and the fans. The fans showed up big time. So cool.
Do you feel comfortable with that? The whole people freaking out thing? Because you go from normal to everybody freaking out. And in your mind, you got to be like, I'm the same dude.
Totally. I mean, same guy with same weird hair. You know, it's cool. It's cool, but it's weird. It's, you walk out on stage and you have people scream. Part of you wants to turn around and make sure everything is still cool behind you. It's like there's no way they're screaming because I'm walking on stage. What's going on? You know.
Right.
But it was a lot of fun. Really glad I did it.
Is that you know what? When people are really young and they come into that, it messes them up almost 100% of the time. Almost 100%. But you're not as young as some people. I mean, you're young. Going to be 21 Friday?
Friday, yep.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
But how do you handle it? Is it just funny to you, or how do you handle that?
It's funny and weird, but it's so easy to fall into that, you know, temptation of thinking that you've accomplished so much. So that's why I have two people named Mom and Dad who like to humble me a lot. I get home and it's like a reality check. Take out the trash, son.
Good.
All right, Mom. She's great. You don't keep me in line.
What's funny is I was just laughing about this. We were talking about you behind your back a moment ago. Yeah, but I was talking with somebody else who's about my age. I said I must be getting older because when I see Colton, I think, man, there's some good parenting going on there. Instead of relating to you, I'm thinking about your parents. Like, your dad must be awesome.
Man, I love my family. Born and raised in a Christian home, just great parents who've been supportive since the beginning. So I couldn't ask for anything more.
And your dad's a postmaster?
He's a postmaster.
That is so cool.
He is a boss mailman. It's awesome.
I want to interview him.
Air1's behind the music.
My name is Madison, here too, finalist from American Idol. I think I should keep this.
I totally think you should keep the Tony Stark facial hair look.
Thanks. I didn't want to say anything about it, but it's really hard to keep it up. As you know, with hair like you have.
I totally understand.
I know you would. Colton, but I think a lot of women wouldn't understand how much work we have to put into looking like this.
I am going to let you fly solo on this one, Iron Man.
Yeah, I'm in big trouble. I want to piggyback on something you said before we let you go. When we were introducing your song about You were talking about how God cleans us up.
Yep. And
I'm really struck by that again because you've been grown up in this Christian environment, and I'm really appreciative that you've got a viewpoint like that. That's not a lot of people, honestly, 20, 21 years old do, where they can fully appreciate that God wants us messy, or he'd rather have us messy than not at all.
Absolutely.
How did you come into understanding that, given the life that you've had?
You know, like you said, I was born and raised in a Christian home, and my parents were great. You know, they led by example. And, you know, I made mistakes through high school, and as everyone does, and, you know, you just find yourself, like, whenever you give in to a certain thing, it might satisfy you in the beginning, but long term, you feel so empty, and God is the only thing that is going to fully satisfy that hunger for whatever you're going for. So I found that after falling, it was just like, you know, God's always been there to pick me back up, you know, so you
know how many people are listening right now and they're going, I wish I would have known that when I was 20. I wish I would have known. And they're unwinding. There's pictures and images and people and experiences they've had. They're like, it didn't have to be that way.
Yeah, well, everyone's story is different, and that's what makes the gospel beautiful.
Yes, and we can all relate to being broken and needing Him.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you as well, Tony Stark.
Yeah, you are welcome. And Jared, you're also a musician person too. Thank you.